At the edge of a forgotten town stands Penhurst Asylum and Hospital, a monument to a vanished era. Ivy chokes its entrance, stone columns stained by decades of rain. The great oak doors, once welcoming, now sag open to darkness and silence. Nature reclaims the grounds, weeds pushing through cracked steps, pigeons roosting where ambulances once arrived. Inside, dust and decay fill the air. Sunlight barely pierces the grime, revealing a grand lobby frozen in time. A lone wheelchair faces the entrance, a silent witness to sudden abandonment. The silence is heavy, as if holding its breath, echoing the countless stories that began and ended here. Every detail, overturned desks, fallen signs, speaks of a world abruptly left behind. The lives of doctors, nurses, and patients are now etched into the fabric of its decay, a silent testament to what once was. Institutions like this were once pillars of American society, symbols of progress and hope. Built on the outskirts, they were self-contained communities, centers of medical innovation and places of isolation for the sick and mentally ill. Their architecture reflected a philosophy of containment, long corridors for surveillance, vast wards for efficiency. Hospitals became sanctuaries of science, where new medicines and surgical techniques promised miracles. The mystique of cleanliness and control set them apart from the chaos outside. Yet these walls served a dual purpose: healing for some, confinement for others. On one floor, life-saving surgeries. On another, patients lived out their days in managed quietude. The same structure that fostered recovery also enforced separation. This tension defined the mid-century hospital, embodying both hope and fear. They were not just buildings, but instruments of a society grappling with illness and the unknown. Life inside was a study in routine, orchestrated by the hum of machinery and the rhythm of care. Nurses moved from bed to bed, the air thick with antiseptic and institutional cooking. The hospital was a living organism, its pulse set by relentless schedules and robust mechanical tools. Iron-lung respirators, shadowless lamps and autoclaves were the heavy industry of healing. Sunlight streamed through large windows, radiators clanked, and beds lined up in geometric rows for efficiency. Doctors led morning rounds, porters moved patients, and workers kept the building's heart beating. Every role, every machine, was part of a complex ecosystem dedicated to confronting mortality. The architecture and people together formed a machinery of hope and survival. The decline of these institutions was gradual, shaped by shifting medicine and society. New psychotropic drugs in the 1950s and 60s allowed many psychiatric patients to live outside asylums. Medical advances shortened hospital stays. Outpatient care replaced long recoveries. The economic model crumbled. These vast facilities became too costly and inefficient. Policy changes pushed de-institutionalization, closing state-run mental hospitals in favor of community care. The intention was noble, but many patients were left without support. General hospitals, too, faced pressure to downsize and specialize. Slowly, wings closed, staff departed, and the once bustling corridors fell silent. The buildings, too specialized to repurpose, were abandoned to time and decay. What was once a symbol of progress became a haunting relic of obsolescence. Walking these silent halls is an archaeology of the recent past. Metal bed frames, rusted tins, and bedside tables speak of lives spent in waiting and hope. In abandoned labs, dust-covered beakers and microscopes evoke the era's medical reality. Surgical trays dulled by rust remind us of the physical struggle against disease. Patient records, scattered and yellowed, reveal intimate stories, diagnoses, treatments, and daily routines. Reading them is a glimpse into private moments, transforming decay into personal history. The infrastructure tells of a system under strain. Wires hang, boilers stand cold, paint peels in layers. Every broken window and water stain is a word in the building's slow demise. These are not just signs of neglect, but a tangible record of a system's collapse. The hospital's remains are a testament to abandonment and the passage of time. This place is more than a ruin, it's a repository of memory and human experience. Within these walls linger the hopes, fears, and ambitions of generations. The hospital's story is preserved in its decay, a reminder of progress and its limits. Once state-of-the-art, its practices are now history, its philosophy re-examined. The ruin stands as a monument to time's relentless march, teaching humility. Nature reclaims the structure, breaking it down, as it does all living things. There's a stark beauty in this cycle of decay and renewal. These halls are memorials to forgotten lives and the universal struggle against mortality. The hospital is gone, but its memory endures in the dust and silence, a quiet echo for as long as the walls stand.